Do you call him daddy? Do I call her daddy? Call her daddy.
Welcome to Call Her Daddy, presented by Barstool Sports. Okay, what is up, daddies? Guys, I hope everyone is getting ready. Thanksgiving is tomorrow, and you better goddamn well be getting down and doing the Cooch Gobbler combo in honor of this amazing holiday.
Gobble, gobble.
Gobble.
You should be gobbling up your Thanksgiving dinner with your family and gobbling up your significant other's private parts and getting after it.
Ew.
Slurp.
I hate the way you just said private parts. That's like, I don't know why. I would rather you literally say like a dick and a vagina instead of private parts. Don't you feel like that's kind of creepy?
I mean, let's just roll with it. Just gobble them up.
Okay, so yes, guys, tonight is the biggest drinking night of the year.
I know. I mean, everyone's going back to their hometowns, which is so exciting.
Yeah.
And I think it's called Blackout Wednesday.
Is it? I don't even know what it's called.
So.
Regardless, everyone gets blackout. First and foremost, obviously, we have to say, because we're responsible adults, be safe tonight, everyone. Get your Ubers, have a designated driver, but fucking get after it for sure. So
Absolutely.
yeah, everyone's going back to their hometowns, and I mean, you're going to Utah.
Yes, I'm going to be going to Utah. That will be exciting. And you're going to go to Pennsylvania, right?
Yes. The Amish and the Mormon take their hometowns. So I was just thinking about how, like, everyone goes home, and I feel like, first of all, everyone's probably getting that, like, hey, stranger text.
Right.
It's like you go home, and then all of a sudden you get hit up by, like, your high school guy or the college people, and everyone starts coming back together.
Well, it's just crazy about going home because you're going to go to the bar.
Yep.
I don't know if you have, like, your go-to bar from when you were growing up there, but you're going to run into someone, and people, I feel like, get frisky.
Okay, but wait. Think about, okay, people get frisky over Thanksgiving break. Great. Where the fuck do you bring your hookup? Hey, come on back to my parents' house and let's fucking get after it.
Like in your childhood room, you have to like push all the stuffed animals off the bed.
I'm like ripping my Joe Jonas poster off. I'm like, that never happened. And pushing all of my stuffed animals. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I don't really know
what do
how
people
that
do?
works.
We don't even know.
No.
Okay, so yeah, so everyone, I hope everyone has safe travels. I hope everyone's smart tonight.
Yes.
What time you're getting on a flight soon?
Yep, I am. Speaking of flight, there is something that happened that Alex and I are not proud of, but it is a hack that is really going to change lives here, so listen up. Alex and I were flying to Florida, and we faked a death to get out of a late fee for changing a flight.
Yeah, we were going to a music festival, and basically we were so dumb. We booked the flights when we were drunk one night, and we woke up the next morning and we realized we literally booked the flight for the wrong weekend of the festival.
So there was no other choice but to change this flight.
Yeah.
And I mean, airlines nowadays, it is impossible to change a flight without having to pay a ridiculous amount of fees.
Yeah, and basically the only way that you can really get out of it fee-free is if you are deathly ill and you have like a doctor's note.
Right.
Or if you have a death in the family. So give it to him.
Alex and I had no clue how this was going to pan out, but we just tried it. We called in. The lady said, I'm so sorry for your loss. We need 2 pieces of information. We need the name of the individual that passed away and the funeral home that they will be having the service at. And you know what Alex and I did? We looked up the local obituary and we found the name of someone who had recently died
in Florida.
It lined up with the flight that we needed in terms of time.
Also, can I just interject and say, you guys see, Sophia and I look like different. Like your complexion's different. I look different. There's no way we could be related. We both had to get out of this flight change. So we literally said we were related and that we were cousins. Like, what the fuck, dude? We're like, yeah, and we're cousins and our grandfather died and we both have last names that are different and then our grandfather has a different last name. But, you know, it's all the same. It's our grandfather and we miss him dearly. Like, what?
I mean, it was a stretch for sure.
But they bought it.
But we found the obituary.
Yes.
The obituary happens to have the funeral home of that individual a lot of the time.
Which was unbelievable.
Unbelievable. So we call back. We give them the info. She says, I'm so sorry for your loss. Your flights have been changed. No fees whatsoever.
No fees.
Go on your way.
R.I.P. Grandpa.
You guys might be thinking.
Yeah. We're going to get shit for this. You guys might be thinking, this is so fucked up. Without getting too depressing, I just want to say, I know everyone's out there being like, that's so fucked up because I've actually had a death in my family where I had to change my flights and fuck you and blah, blah, blah. Love you, Grandma. My grandma just passed away this past weekend, and I know goddamn well, R.I.P., love that bitch. She was the best woman in the game. I know if she knew I needed a way to save $700, she'd be like, Alexandra, you better put my name there. You better put my funeral home, and you better rock that shit.
Absolutely.
Okay?
I want to call my grandma after this and be like, Grandma, like, how would you feel if you died and I used that to get out of a late fee?
And it's not like it was like this big accidental death. Like, it was his time to go. He was like 98 pushing 100.
Yeah.
And it was his time to go.
And did we send flowers to the funeral home of this guy that we'd never
Guys,
met?
we shit you not. Afterwards, Sophia and I were like, is this kind of fucked up that we did this? And Sophia and I literally sent flowers to the funeral home, and then low-key later we were like, is it kind of fucked up that we just sent flowers? Is the family gonna be like, who the fuck is Alex and Sophia? And what was this, his mistresses?
It was oh my god, right? Because he was like a 90-year-old man, but it honestly was the least we could do.
Yeah.
He saved us like $1,700
Exactly.
in fees. So whatever.
Moral of the story is, if you guys really are, and listen, we don't condone doing this just casually, because also I'm pretty sure the flights keep record of if you change like your name and shit. So don't do this all the time. But if you are in desperate need of changing a flight, look up the local newspaper of where you're flying, and Granny and Grandpa popped out that week.
Yeah.
Okay, moving forward. So I was just gonna bring up a topic that has nothing to fucking do with flights and grandparents passing away.
Okay.
Threesomes. Woo!
Ooh.
So the other week, Sophia and I talked about threesomes. We talked about how they can be great for relationships, but afterwards we had a lot of people writing in asking us, how the hell do my partner and I find a third person? Because they expressed to us that the last thing they want to do is go for a close friend.
Hire a prostitute. Hire a prostitute. It's the
Are we
easiest
allowed
thing.
to say that?
I don't know.
Is that legal? No.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, that actually is
You
an
didn't
option.
hear it from us, but just hire
No,
one.
yeah, we know people that have hired prostitutes
Yeah.
and things went great. But yeah, so people are asking like, how the hell? Because I get it. You don't want to always just do it with your best friend, and if it's with your boyfriend, because that can be like issues of like jealousy and shit. So you sometimes want like low key like a rando.
Yes, which
So
I
Sophia.
totally get. So we talked about this and we came up with a game plan for you guys because we're doing the Lord's work.
We're doing
and we're
honestly
gonna help
charity.
you get a third. I think the best way is to approach someone in a party setting. Free-flowing alcohol.
Right.
Your walls are down. You're feeling a little frisky,
Looking a little
free-spirited.
slutty.
Exactly. I think that's, and I mean, let's be honest, how many hookups have you had after a night of partying? That's just...
Dude, the amount of horniness that girls get when they're drunk and they're at parties. Like, girls, we all know you're in the goddamn bathroom and you fall in love with every girl you start talking to. It's like,
Yes.
oh my God, babe, like your tits are amazing. Like, I love your fake tits. Like, let me feel them. You pee in front of them. You pull your pants down. Like, everyone's having a little orgy in the bathroom.
Well,
Let's be real.
Yeah, girls
Yeah.
become lesbians. They're
That's
like,
what-
you're so hot. Like, let me see your tits.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, like, let's just go pee in front of each other.
That's what-
Let's make out. Sometimes it gets to that level.
Because guys are always like, what the hell do girls do in the bathroom when you're drunk? Exactly that. I'm looking at every girl's tits. We're all talking about what we're doing, what we're wearing. So it's great.
Yeah. So I think that this is really important. I think the girl needs to become friends and comfortable with the girl.
Yeah.
Before she's going to bring in the aspect of her boyfriend. If the girl and her boyfriend approach the third that's so intimidating.
Yeah.
That's so aggressive.
Yeah, I could see that being like a little too much. Like
Yeah.
I would personally be a little intimidated,
Right.
but if I had a girl in the bathroom being like, "Oh my god, you're so hot. Like, let me see your tits." I'd be like, "Absolutely down."
Yeah.
And then slowly as you guys start to like vibe a little bit,
And if that girl's like, my boyfriend like thinks I want to introduce you to my boyfriend.
he's gonna think you're so hot.
and he's gonna love you. That's so much better than
Yeah.
just right off the bat being like, me and my boyfriend think you're so hot. Let's go.
Absolutely. So
You
guys,
know?
party setting 100%. And you can also kind of tell, like, there are certain girls that are down for it at parties. They're down for a good time.
Right.
And then there are also girls, obviously, you'll be able to gauge
Yeah.
how interested they are or not within, I mean, just go to the bathroom with them and see what
Right.
they do. Are they naked by the time you're walking out or not?
Okay.
So other ways we talked about, well, we actually, which is kind of random, but we talked about Bumble.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Tell your experience.
I'm gonna sound like such a loser. I don't even care. When I first moved to New York, I had no friends. None of my friends really live on the East Coast.
Okay.
So when I moved here, I was a total loner. I lived in a studio by myself.
Aw.
And I had Bumble for like a week. And at first, I was just going and hanging out with guys. And of course, all of these guys were thinking, when are we fucking?
Yeah.
Let's hook up. What is this app for?
Right.
And I was treating it like it was a find friends app. Like I would go and hang out with them and be like, oh my God, homie, and like bestie, and like let's hang
He's
out.
like, pull your fucking labia out. And you're
Yeah.
like, no.
So after like a few days of that, I was like, it was annoying. Like, you know that feeling when you know a guy wants to do something and then they start getting annoyed and
yeah,
whatever.
they hate you. You're Satan.
And I was like, I can't believe I'm doing this right now, but I'm just gonna do girl seeking friend that's a girl.
Oh.
And Alex, when I tell you, I had like 3 or 4 girls contact me saying, you are so pretty. Me and my boyfriend would like to meet you. The Bumble, I don't know
Dude.
what's happening on Bumble, but they get a little wild on
So,
there.
and you never met any of them. I'm
No.
going to confirm for your mother's
No,
sake.
I didn't.
But yeah, that's, I think, a perfect way. Also, if they like have pictures with their boyfriend and they're trying to meet girls, I think you'll kind of gauge that way is a great way to meet people.
Yeah. Okay. Also, this is like reminding me of Craigslist. I don't know. In Utah, there's this whole section of Craigslist called Back Pages where you can like hire.
I wish you guys could see
I
me
probably
looking at
shouldn't be
Sophia right
saying
now.
this. You can like hire girls off of there, and of course they don't flat out say what they're on there for, but they'll be like masseuse or
Ooh.
you know,
I could
let
see
me
that.
come over and give you a massage.
Or she's like, I'm here for a good time.
Not
or
a
like
long
fun.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, so
So,
Craigslist.
I'm pretty sure that we're gonna get in trouble, but I don't.
I know. Are
really
we allowed to
care.
say you're allowed? Okay, so
I
whatever.
don't give a shit. I'm
So-
helping people get a threesome. Okay.
There you go. Okay, so yeah, either hire a prostitute, go on Craigslist, go on Bumble, or go to a party, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is how
Okay.
you find your threesome.
Last point. Maybe you need to just do a swinging situation.
Yeah, dude, like we
where
said
it's like
last-
couple switches with a couple.
Yeah, fuck threesomes, go for the foursome.
Right.
Because at that point, I kind of think that's maybe one of the better things. Also for older couples, if you're like married and shit, just have other
Yeah.
couples come into the bedroom with you, and then
Yeah.
there is no jealousy because you're all together and you're fine.
Absolutely, I
But
agree.
we also just wanted to talk about threesomes in regard to 2 points. One is girls, understand that if you allow your boyfriend to have a threesome with you, he may absolutely look at you like you're the most savage girlfriend in town, and everyone's gonna be like, holy shit, you're so lucky your girlfriend's down for that. But Sophia, what were you saying?
I think call her daddy is a judgment-free zone.
Right.
I just think that there is sometimes a slippery slope that comes with threesomes because you're there hooking up with a third person, and I think sometimes that can normalize
Right.
hooking up with a girl for the guy.
I mean, your boyfriend's dick is inside another girl, and
Yeah.
if you happen to just not be around one day and he's already been doing that so often with you, what makes it wrong to do it when you're maybe not there?
I think
don't know.
I think that is just something to take into account, that
Yeah.
that is a possibility. It does kind of normalize fucking someone other than you.
Absolutely.
Pretty much is what we're saying. But on the flip side, I also think like that works for a lot of marriages, and you're able to spice it up and get some variety, and the husband will never stray or do anything
For
shady.
sure.
Or the woman for that matter.
Absolutely.
The girls are never in the wrong. Cheat as much as you can, girls. Get
Yeah.
in while you can.
Let's go. Okay, moving on. I want to talk about a topic that I think is near and dear to a lot of men's hearts. And well, let's talk about this. Transitioning from threesomes. A threesome is every guy's fantasy. Every man has thought about it. But what tops a threesome for a lot of guys are MILFs.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That is like, guys never shut up about MILFs.
Yeah, I think the MILFs are more of a folklore than the threesomes, because I know a lot of people that have had threesomes, but I don't know that many people that have fucked MILFs. And I mean the whole Lisa Ann thing. Holy shit.
Oh my god. For every guy that I've dated, their number one was Lisa Ann.
Yeah.
Every time I was like, who the fuck is this Lisa Ann girl?
Yeah, for all of you that don't know, she's like the MILF porn star.
Yeah, I think she might be like the number one searched porn.
Because I think MILFs are the number one search porn, but overall her in her own right. My God.
Like,
woo!
Lisa, come and teach us something.
What if we had her on the podcast?
She would never.
Wait, but I personally didn't even think she was okay, but we're women. But like I don't even think she's that hot.
Alex and I went and did our research.
For research purposes.
For our job. We went and looked at her, and I get it. She's a total MILF.
Yeah.
She is fucking hot.
Yeah.
She's not my style. Like, we came across Kendra Lust.
Yeah.
And we both agreed that she was way more up our alley. Okay.
We watched each full video, and we're like, this is
Lisa
for the caller.
We watched 15 minutes. Kendra Lust, we watched her 3-hour special. Okay.
We're more into this. Anyways, so guys, this topic I wanted to bring up because we are going to give guys a little insight into a thing I like to call MILF hunting.
It's MILF hunting season, baby.
Strap up, boys. So MILF hunting, what is MILF hunting? Well, I think every guy always says, oh my God, my dream is to get a MILF. But I also do think a lot of guys know it's not realistic. It's hard. How the fuck do I do it? So like I just said, I have a few friends that have had threesomes. I have one specific male friend that has fucked 2 MILFs. One was 35. One was 38.
Beautiful.
Sophia and I have looked at both of their pictures. The one was so fucking hot.
Oh my God.
Dude.
There was a blonde one that I was
ready to go for.
Mesmerized by.
They both have fake tits, and they were just savages. They both have kids. Both have rings on their fingers. Okay.
Oh.
So I want to So I want to take you guys through just a little bit about his experience, because obviously Sophia and I have no experience with MILFs, although maybe one day we'll be them, but I'm just kidding. So anyways, this is how he found his MILFs. The first one he found at a Barnes & Noble on a Saturday morning.
Shut up.
I'm not fucking kidding.
Barnes & Noble?
Barnes & Noble on a Saturday morning. And the second one he found on Bumble. So
tell me about this Barnes & Noble situation, because I don't even know what the fuck just came out of your mouth. How?
I know. Well, think about it.
Do people still go to Barnes & Noble?
I know.
I didn't even know they existed.
I was going to say, think about places MILFs would be. Panera Bread, Pilates, Whole Foods, places like that.
Right.
MILF City. So he's at Barnes & Noble, and he said that he was walking around, hanging out, and he saw this MILF. And he's the guy that I always refer to that fucks everything. And so he's a savage, and he knew what he wanted, and so he starts making eye contact with her, and she's reciprocating. So they're making eye contact a bunch. Then they go to the checkout line at the same time. They go to the checkout line. He checks out first. He walks out the door. She follows.
He whispers like, "You're my fetish, bitch.
Fuck me.
Come to my car." Okay.
So then he's driving his stepdad's car that day. It's a really nice car, so he parked kind of like far away in the parking lot.
Okay.
No car around. No reason for this bitch to start following him. He's making his way to his car, and he sees she's like 5 steps behind him. And he's like, no fucking way. No fucking way is this bitch literally following me to my car. So finally, he's a savage, and he turns around, and he looks at her, and he smirks, and he goes, you lost? And he laughs. And then before she has a chance to say anything, he introduces himself. They start talking. She gives him her number.
Okay.
The next morning, they meet for coffee and bagels. And that night, they fuck.
Wow.
I mean, like, you really can't make that shit up, because I wouldn't have believed it. Mm-hmm. Fast forward to 2 weeks into them fucking. I had a boyfriend at the time, and he was always giving me tips of like what to bring into the bedroom. He calls me and he's like, Cooper, stop whatever the fuck you're doing. Cooper, I need to talk to you. And I'm like, what? And he's like, you will never guess what my MILF just did. He would call her his MILF. And he's like, you'll never guess what my MILF just did.
I mean, that's better than his mom.
No, that's true.
Okay.
So he's like, you'll never guess what my MILF just did. And I'm like, what? He starts going on to explain to me that she just did a position that he had never seen done in porn. He had never had done to him. And he was like, this is the hottest fucking position that's ever happened to me. I just about fucking came all over her, had to keep it together. She pulled some move that I needed so badly to know what it was. He sent me a picture and drew it on a piece of paper and was like, Cooper, perform this on your man tonight.
Like stick figures?
Literally stick figures.
Please show me the picture.
I'm not fucking around. I will show you later. Maybe we can throw it up and call her daddy.
I would die.
So anyway, this girl, he said, was the best fuck of his life. Literally, he explained it as like an animalistic fuck. Like this woman was insane.
I get that because I feel like older women are so comfortable with their bodies.
Absolutely.
They've been around the block. They know what they want. They're not scared to be like, bitch, do this, and that's how I'm going to get off.
Absolutely. And I think like...
That's what I aspire to do one day.
That's goals right there. So that was one of his best stories. And he fucked with her for about like... I would say almost 4 months. And and he was like, he dropped all of his in-age bitches and stayed with the MILF for as long as she would keep fucking him. The next story, I'll just quickly tell you guys, which is probably the most realistic for all of you if you're trying to seek out a MILF.
If you're hunting for MILFs.
If you are hunting for MILFs this season, men. He found her on Bumble. So for 2 weeks, he set his preferences to like 35 to 42, and it took him a while. Finally, he found this MILF, and he said it was the sketchiest way that he was fucking with this MILF. So she said, do not text me, and he was like, okay, what the fuck? Finally, she called him, had a place to meet up with him, and then he texted her once, I think, like, wait, what's the address? Called him again and was like, never fucking text me. And he's like, oh my God, okay. He said they met up one night, fucked. It was the best sex of his life. And then literally the next morning, he called her, went right to voicemail. She blocked his number and she unmatched with him on Bumble, and he never heard from him again.
She just used him. Used him.
Like,
I kind of love that.
Right?
I fucking aspire to be that too.
Like fucking savage.
Okay,
so,
this is such an interesting topic to me because never have I ever sat here and been like, oh my God, like it's DILF hunting season. Let's go get some dads.
I need to fuck a DILF tonight. No.
Like, I don't understand it. Like, is it just that they're older or is it that they have kids?
I don't know. Like thinking about us, like the other day on the subway, I was like staring at this guy. He was hot as shit, and he was obviously older. I was like, he was reading a book, and I couldn't see if he had a ring on. I'm like bending underneath to see if he has a ring on, but I didn't care really if he has kids or not. Like, I was like, it's just a hotter older guy.
Like women will just say like, oh my God, like I'm into older guys
because just like older women, I'm sure older guys have had more experience and know how to fuck better.
Right.
But I'm not like. But he needs to have little kids.
Yeah, like does the fact that the woman has kids make it even hotter?
I think that's what my friend said. He said was so hot. He was like, she would text me and be like, hey, I just put the kids to bed. You can come over now. And he was like fucking her knowing that's so fucked up. Fucking her knowing that like kids were in the house was like the hottest fucking thing.
I could totally see that because
right?
you like have to keep it down. Yeah. This girl's being 10 times like more of a slut because her kids are in the other room.
Right? So I don't know. I guess I would love to hear if girls have ever like fucked around with DILFs, and hopefully they're divorced. But but yeah, I don't know. I just think it's the craziest thing. And and now maybe we'll start DILF hunting this season.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, Alex, moving on from DILFs and MILFs galore.
Love that.
A lot of girls have been writing in how to get a guy to ask, what are we? Okay, that's such a typical question. We've all been there. You're fucking around with a guy. You've been doing it for months. You guys are getting really close. You're hanging out all the time. And you're wondering, what the hell are we? And like, where is this going?
Yeah, for sure. I think every girl is always writing and asking. Don't worry, ladies. We're here.
Yeah. And I think the key thing is that the girls don't want to be the one to ask.
Of course. And I think in absolute call her daddy fashion, my advice is be sketchy. Be fucking shady.
Right.
That's exactly how I do it. I know the way I basically got a boyfriend, one of my first boyfriends, I wanted to know what the fuck we were doing. My pride is too fucking big that I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking ask. He needs to ask. So what I started doing is, and please do this sparingly because some girls throw this shit out way too much, but you tell him you can't hang out that night. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are in a consistent groove and you can't hang out that night. And you're just like, oh no, sorry, I'm just going out. Don't give him a lot of details. Next thing he knows, you post some like inconspicuous little Snapchat story and there happens to be a guy's arm in there. And I know my guy friend literally said, Cooper, it breaks guys' hearts when we see the girl that we're fucking but we haven't wifed up and we're not locking down, her posting a story of like knowing she's with another guy.
Yeah.
Perfect example.
But okay, Alex, you're saying like be shady, be sketchy, but it's not really be shady or be sketchy. It's act single because you fucking are.
Act accordingly.
Act accordingly. Act single because this guy has not put a label on anything.
Yeah.
He's not saying you're serious. So act that way.
Absolutely.
Don't give him the benefits of being a girlfriend when you're not his girlfriend.
Yeah, you don't own this pussy until you actually have in writing that you own it. So
exactly.
I also think, okay, fine. Dropping little hints, girls.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all about subtle, but get the point across.
Absolutely. I totally agree. I think that's what you should do in the beginning.
Yeah.
Off the bat.
Yeah.
I think if you've been doing that for a while, if you've been living the crazy single girl life for a while and it's not affecting him and it's not getting to him and he's not freaking out and asking you what's going on, I think that's kind of a clear sign that he doesn't want anything serious.
Yeah.
And I think that's a clear sign. I mean, because guys usually, when they know and they let you know.
It's true.
You know?
It is.
I said that 50 times. If you know, you know, and then you know.
If you know and you know and you know. And you know this.
So I think at that point, if this guy is not making it clear what he wants.
Yeah.
I think what is the harm in fucking asking him?
Oh, also I just thought of another way to get him concerned is if you're fucking consistently and you're doing the whole like cuddle and sleepover thing, get the fuck out of bed one night and like high five him and be like, yeah, I'm going home and I'm going out. And they're like, wait, what? And you're like, thanks for the fuck, basically.
You're like, good day, sir.
Good day, sir.
Good day.
Good
and
day,
I'll
sis.
see you.
Okay. Peace out. Yeah, no, that definitely can fuck with a guy because guys want to be that guy.
Yeah.
They don't want the girl doing that. But what I was going to say is I think at a certain point, it gets to where you're like, okay, fuck it. I'm just going to ask.
And what do you have to lose at that point?
Nothing.
You know?
If he says he wants nothing, you either decide if you want to just keep fucking him because if the dick is good, you're going to stay in it. Or if you're catching feelings and you don't want to stay, then get the fuck out and go find another fuck buddy.
Exactly.
Easy.
I totally agree. Another way to make people think that you're being shady that we've talked about is sending that errant text.
The
Which
errant text.
I wanted to talk about because, first of all, an errant text is a text you send pretending that text was supposed to go to someone else. Does that make sense?
Oh, I know exactly. Yes. Okay, so
You're like my forte.
My forte. No, you know what? It's actually not my forte. So this guy I was talking to once, the poor guy was so not in the game. Like he did not know how to play the game that sometimes he played the game and didn't even know he was playing the game.
He wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed.
So I wake up one morning and I have a text from him and it's literally, hey babe. And then he follows it up with, hi, gorgeous. And I'm like, oh my God. He literally meant to send me, hi, babe, and then some other broad, hi, gorgeous. And I'm like, hello.
That's
hi.
such a good one.
And I'm like, the poor guy. And you know what? All I took from that was I learned from that and I used it myself. I wasn't even upset. I'm like, genius. That's how I know I'm fucked up. I'm like, unbelievable, pure creative genius. Again, he didn't even know and I never even called him out. But I was like, thank you, because then I did that to a guy once and he was like, what the fuck? And I like played it off, but then he was up my asshole for the next 2 weeks.
To be completely transparent, I think it's the dumbest thing you can do.
Absolutely.
When people do that to me, I can see right fucking through it. I'm like, no one accidentally sends texts anymore. Maybe every once in a blue moon, and it's few and far between.
Dude, not to call out, because Daddy Gang, we support you always, but I just want to give some feedback. I saw someone wrote in and was like, oh my God, like I fucked with him and told him that I accidentally, in quotes, I accidentally texted him and said,
right,
I need to wash my sheets from last night. That is like too fucking...
It's cringeworthy.
No, it's too obvious.
It's way too obvious. If a guy texted me that the next day, I would be so done with him. I would be like, I don't even care
if you fucked. Yeah. I'm upset that you're this
corny.
I would
have rather you had cheated on me and fucked than sent me something so stupid.
Right.
I'm not procreating with an idiot. I'll procreate with a cheater, maybe not an
be
idiot.
a fucking savage. Don't be a little
Okay.
bitch boy. So you guys have to be, you have to get creative with it and know your moments, guys. Shoot your shot when it's right. We always say that. Don't overdo it. Don't overpost his arm in your story. Don't over text him.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get into questions. So, first question. I wanted to know your thoughts on piercings on guys, specifically nipple piercings. I've had one of my nipples pierced for like 10 years. Should I take it out or not? I have mixed reviews from females about it, so I figured I would go to the pros. Haha.
Okay.
Keep doing your thing.
Well,
Content's hilarious. Thank you.
That's 10 years too long.
I was going to say, thank you for the compliment. However, I'm going to have to tell you to rip that thing out of your fucking nipple right now. No, I don't want a guy to rip off his shirt and have nipple piercings.
No,
I mean, again, it may just be me and Sophia, but I personally don't think that's fucking
I think
hot.
there's a certain type of guy that can pull it off.
What
more
type
than
of guy,
others.
Sophia?
Who?
Who?
I guess Lenny Kravitz could maybe have one.
Maybe.
And I would like let it slide.
You would let it slide for Lenny?
Yeah, I would. but he's the only one.
Yeah, I just think that's not fucking hot. And a lot of girls have asked us about nipple piercings. What do you think about nipple piercings for girls? I mean, I know guys think it's so hot.
I think it's hot.
I personally could never do
No.
it, but I hate how I just touched my tit.
I know. I'm like, I'm not going to try to do it right now to you.
I personally don't think I could do it because I'm so afraid of needles, but I mean, I think it's hot when girls have them.
I think it's hot.
I think it's a little over the top when girls are constantly now on Instagram posting with no fucking bra, trying so hard to let everyone know they have their nipples pierced.
It's like
make
come
it,
on.
yeah.
They're wearing like this super sheer white cotton top.
Like
and
leave
it's
a little bit to the imagination.
Even really when girls do that without a piercing and they're like going out of their way to like show.
Oh,
nipple.
I have a picture full fucking nips out on my Instagram.
Really?
So shut that down right now, Sophia.
Okay, so you think it's hot?
No, I don't.
Sometimes
I think
it's overboard.
Oh, absolutely. If it's like every day, but if you throw up one every
I get
year,
one.
it's fine. Next. Oh, everybody strap on for this one because I think everyone can relate to this, for girls at least, possibly happening, but I don't know a lot of people it's happened to. So this girl said, the worst thing of my life happened to me. My boyfriend and I were at a bar/restaurant that we frequent. I had to pee, so he told me to take my phone and show him how wet I am. We are like rabbits. We were talking dirty at the table. I record myself on Snapchat because that's where I usually take all my pictures/videos, and I just save them. I posted on my story me fingering myself in the bathroom at a restaurant. What the fuck? Oh my God.
Sweating.
I'm sweating.
I'm cringing.
I'm deceased.
That is the worst possible scenario I've ever heard in my entire life. Ever.
I'm speechless. There's the amount of times, listen, I don't even know what it is. Snapchat camera is just better than your regular camera.
Yeah.
I always take my pictures in there. You always
Me
save
too.
them. And then and
I'm always paranoid about that exact thing happening.
Same.
So I'm always like obsessive, like OCD about it.
I genuinely can not even feel for you because I can't even imagine what would happen to me in that very moment. Like, props to you for handling it like a champ and writing in and sharing it with us. Thank you.
You know what, Daddy? Just, it happened. There's no point in crying over spilled milk.
Nope.
Just
And I'm sure you looked
laugh,
great.
love.
I'm sure you looked great.
I'm sure as well.
Okay.
Tell people they're lucky.
Yeah. Next. I've been hooking up with a guy for a while. He's normally pretty good in bed. However, recently he's been super me, like telling me to suck his dick every 5 seconds. And I'm not really feeling the pleasure reciprocated. What do you do in this situation?
Oh.
Daddies, listen.
Okay. I think the best thing to do in that situation is to just start making comments about how the sex isn't that good.
Wait, hold on.
What?
How would you just casually drop that?
I would just say, just when every single time he wants to go hook up, just kind of be like, I'm not in the mood. Like, I just don't really feel like doing it. And then when he asks you, just say, I don't know, it's just not really how it used to be. Or I feel like there's something missing. Like, I want to get back to how it was.
And fuck with his head. And then in his mind, he's going to be like, wait, what the fuck? And then he'll probably try to please you. Or you can pull a classic, like, little comments, like something about like, oh, well, I'm sure, you get your dick sucked all the time. I don't really get mine. Even just like in the moment if you're drunk or something, and he'll be like, oh wait, I think go right at it. Or your way, Sophia.
I kind of like my way because like why not bruise his ego a little bit?
I love bruising a good ego. You're right.
Know what I mean?
All right, follow Sophia on this one. Next. How bad is it to send nudes to a guy with a girlfriend? Like, he's really hot and asking, and I'm fucking desperate.
Okay. Wait. I'm not getting it. Are they fucking, or
No,
is she just
she's literally just sending him nudes.
So she's just sending nudes to a guy with a girlfriend for what reason?
Attention.
That
doesn't sit well with
that
him.
is low self-esteem,
Yeah.
Insecurity 101.
Listen,
there.
girls, we love our daddy gang, but we also got to be harsh when it's necessary. This is a perfect example. Like, so you're not fucking him. So what are you doing? You literally just are enjoying getting attention from a guy that's telling you look hot when you send him nudes. There are so many guys out there that are single that you can be doing that to. There are so many guys on the horny internet that you can be Snapchatting your fucking tits and your V to. There's no reason that you need to constantly be sending nudes to a guy with a girlfriend. I don't know if that's your fetish or what, but if I were you, I think that that does come off as desperate.
Right.
And he's literally using you for fucking nudes.
Yeah, if you need that kind of attention, like throw that shit up on Reddit and you'll get attention for days.
Legit. So yeah, I think
I
would
on Barstool's website and you will get attention like you've never
Dave
seen.
is going to be like, shut the fuck up. Okay, next one. This girl invited me out to go for drinks and things were going really well. So we went back to her apartment and started talking. I started to tell her how I've been listening to this podcast and she seemed intrigued. So we listened to the Gluck Gluck episode. Within 5 minutes into the episode, she starts ripping off my pants and proceeded to give me the best head of my life. Thank you, Alex and Sophia. FYI, I'm writing this from her bathroom the next morning.
No.
Dude.
We gotta end on that.
That's
fucking
amazing.
Shit.
Dude, I swear to when you guys write in and girls are like, I just gave the Gluck Gluck this morning and it changed his fucking life, or all this shit of you guys telling us basically you're fucking to our podcast. That's fucking savage.
I love this daddy that he's writing us from the bathroom. I love you, daddy. That's amazing.
I love that. I'm so happy that because of our podcast, you were able to receive the Gluck Gluck. Happy hunting out there for all of you looking for the Gluck Gluck, because my God, this podcast is giving a lot of kids that good old blowjob.
Right.
So, also, if you guys haven't heard the Gluck Gluck episode, it's episode 3. But that is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope all of you are getting ready to go MILF hunting.
Yeah, I hope you guys are getting ready for Thanksgiving.
Yes. And again, be safe tonight, have fun, and most importantly, get laid. Bye, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving.